I'm Jackie Anderson. I'm a longtime friend of Randy and Michelle, and actually business partners with them and the McGrains that have spoken here today. And I'm probably not the type that does a lot of joking or, has jokes or teasing and stuff like that. But, when you were around Randy, you couldn't help but, kind of become a little bit like him. So, yes, it happened. So, Michelle, I guess, was saying it was his 42nd birthday. Was that a surprise?
44th, yeah.
Or what, 40 what?
44th.
44th, okay. And we were invited to his birthday party, and I had seen this little thing done at school, and I thought, oh, I know just the person to do this too. So I had just a little brown paper sack, like a lunch sack. And so in front of everybody, I made sure, he was the center of attention at that time. And I said, Randy, put your hand in the sack. And so he put his hand into the sack, and I just kind of held it there, and I said, now do it. He said, what am I supposed to do? He said, what do you mean do it? I said, you mean I finally got you in the sack and you don't know what to do? Well, he admitted for many years that that was one of the best things he'd ever had done to him. And until just recently, he was still trying to get back at me. So, because we're partners in this building, apartment building, he used to call me up and call me old money bags, because he wouldn't do anything without checking with me, because I kind of, kept track of the money. But this one night, he was really proud of himself, and this was probably only maybe a month ago, 6 weeks ago at the most. And there was a message on our answering machine from this old man that we have a couple vacancies right now, and so there was this really creaky voice by this old guy that's saying, he wanted to rent an apartment. And so I would get the phone calls, but I would immediately send them forth to Randy, because Randy did all our screening, and he was just our handyman and took care of all of those things, for which we will miss him dearly. But I got home and listened to it right away, and I thought, wow, I don't know about this guy, but I'll tell Randy about it. Well, I no sooner told Randy about it, and he's just hooting at the other end, because he said, didn't you recognize that number? And I said, no. And he's going, that was me. So he says, I finally got you back after all these years. And I said, Randy, that wasn't near as good as I had. And he said, you're right. So that will forever be my claim to fame with Randy. Of course, I shouldn't forget, Rob was telling us about the time, and I don't remember the whole, Bill, maybe you can help me, and remember the time we were on the float boat, and Randy decided to moon somebody on Chain Lake, and there was a guy out there that he wasn't expected that got a little bit more of the view then. So, yeah, he had lots of good memories.